We live chat. We live in the building. We got Giants football being played today. And we got Jackson Dart back in the lineup. We're here to chat it up with a little pregame live stream out of a big matchup with the New England Patriots. Not a huge matchup, but the first matchup where the Giants are taking on Drake May. Some people thought he was going to be the New York Giants quarterback. With our current franchise quarterback, Jackson Dart. Desk is shaking like crazy. How's everyone doing on this Monday vibes after a mess of a Black Friday weekend, just being transparent. Pray for all your retail workers, man. This Black Friday was tough. It's tough every year. Just got off of work. I'm just here to talk some Giants ball before we take on the Patriots today, man. Here to talk about some Giants ball before we take on the Patriots. Talk about a couple things going on in Giants land, Pro Bowlers potentially, those type of things. We want to give y'all a couple minutes to get in here. Shout out to everyone that will be in this live stream. Like the stream if you haven't already. Comment down below your thoughts. Say what's up in the chat. Your boy is here to talk and vibe with Giants fans before this matchup, man. Shout out to the Gridiron Giants podcast saying go Giants. Shout out to you, man. Definitely got to check out your channel now as we speak. Gridiron Giants podcast. Type it in the wrong thing. When we type it in Google. Like the name. I like the name. We're here to shout you out, man. That's what we're here for. Shout out Ralph in the building. It will be an upset. You heard it here first. I think so. Is that Scattaboo in your picture? I could be wrong. Maybe it's you. Look like Scattaboo with waves for a second. Big shout out to the Gridiron Giants podcast. Just subscribed. Big shout out to the Gridiron Giants podcast. Appreciate you for tapping in. Just threw up the link. And I wanted to go subscribe to my guy, Mike Jones. Let's go. Big Giants football in the building. We're going to do the same thing as usual against good teams. Lead late and lose by a field goal. Listen, I'm going to let you know right now, I took the Giants +7. So if we lose by a field goal, your boy's going to be walking around as a happy man. For sure, my guy. For sure. No problem. We got Giants football, man. I just spoke on it. Jackson Dart back in the lineup. Does make it a little more exciting. Makes it a little more exciting. For anyone that's been following my channel, once again, been off for a little bit because of Black Friday after Thanksgiving. Hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving, spent time with their families, or any way you spent it. I hope you enjoyed it. Your boy works retail, so Black Friday did cook me. I'm not gonna lie, but we here talking about this Giants Patriots game that at one point in time I really wanted to go to this game. If there was any game I was gonna go to this year, it was gonna be this one. I'm from Rhode Island, from that area. I was expecting to go, see them play where I'm kind of growing up. And after the way we started, I was not going to do that. I took the +7 also. Definitely have to take the +7. The Giants somehow, some way always continue to at least do good against that. Piece. But once again, I actually do think the Giants have a really good chance of winning this game. I really do. And we'll talk a little bit some X's and O's. But I think Jackson Dart gives us a chance to win every week. I don't hesitate to speak on it. The second to last video I made, I genuinely thought Dart was going to be playing against the Lions, and then it just changed very quickly. Is it the new Dart versus May rivalry starting? I think this could be the first one. Man. Once again, like up the stream if you haven't already. Say what's up in the chat. We read every single chat in the building. And we're just trying to get some Giants game day vibes, man, before we take off. We got the game taking on tonight at 8. Excuse me, I have to believe 8:20. I believe we got the game at 8:20 today. Want to see what the defense does tonight with Bullen calling plays. I'm interested to see this as well, but I'm interested mainly because I don't know if we'll see a crazy difference. I mean, it's been a week's time since the Giants played, so obviously we know it's not going to be a crazy new install, but defense is very different than offense, man. Sometimes you might need to just queue up a little bit more pressures than we were, right? I think the biggest thing with Shane Bowen is that he kind of sat back and didn't really do anything methodical or make the quarterback think. You know, we played off of the receivers. That was the biggest annoying thing that we had. So I am interested to see how Bullen calls plays. We're going up against Drake May and that offense, and their offensive line is banged up, y'all. Their offensive line is banged up. Their whole left side of the offensive line is cooked right now. So I do think the Giants have a chance to make some noise. They should every game, but me too. But we need to lose this game. Now I will say, follower of the way. I will say I don't really care for the draft pick right now. We have our quarterback, right? I think we all can say that we have our quarterback, Jackson Dart. It's probably the best rookie quarterback at this moment, right? Best rookie quarterback at this moment. I don't care for that draft pick currently. For sure, trading back and getting picks, yes. But right now, the way it looks, man, we got a quarterback. I do want to see him take down a New England Mike Vrabel defense in opposing territory. Monday Night Football. I would love to see Jackson Dart do his thing tonight and lead us to victory. Score predictions, Pete. We're gonna do that at the end. Shout out to you tapping in, Pete. Appreciate everyone that's in the chat right now. Once again, like up the stream if you haven't, man. If you brushed your teeth this morning, like the stream. For those who know, they know. I've been saying that for a while. We'll make Jackson Dart go 2-0. Shout out to Nelson, man, going 2-0 in prime time. That's another piece, man. We had a quarterback previously that didn't win in prime time. If we have a quarterback that has the opposite, he's already undefeated. Got to keep him undefeated. 2-0, man. Would love to see Carter line up over the interior. I would love to see Carter get his first full sack. To sit here in this week with 5 games left in the season and say that Adore Carter doesn't have his first solo sack would be nuts. I wouldn't have predicted it, but yeah, here we are. So yeah, I hope Abdul gets his first solo sack. That's what I really hope today. I wonder if Bullen has some Vance Joseph in him. We're gonna find out today, man. We're gonna find out today. Big notable pieces coming back. One, we know Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart is playing, but also Paulson Adebo. Paulson Adebo made his way back to the lineup. He was supposed to play last week as well, but got ruled out. This should be clear cut. He's in the game. That does wonders for this defense, in my opinion. Paulson Adebo being back, he is the cornerback that we signed, right? We did pay him some money to be over here and play as CB1. He's missed, I think, 5 weeks now, ever since that Broncos travesty. So that's important, man. That's important for Paulson Adebo to be back. And as we are speaking on it, the boy Jackson Dart. It's cold. The guy's out here with his trench coat, wired earbuds. Get ready to play a game tonight, man. Is Tim Kelly our offensive coordinator? Yes, he is. Tim Kelly is currently our offensive coordinator. But we know Mike Caff is still calling plays. We got Jackson Dart in the building, man. Jackson Dart in the building. We got the JD6 jersey on. I did tell everyone in the chat, everyone that remembers me on that live stream against the Eagles, against the Chiefs, actually. Not the Chiefs, the Chargers. I'm all over the place. I said we were 0-3, they were 3-0. If we find a way to beat the 3-0 Chargers, I had to get a Dart jersey. I'm a man of my word. I will never walk back my words, man. Dart jersey solidified. Tim Kelly is our offensive coordinator, though. He is. You sense the aura? The aura in the live stream? No, I'm trolling. But yeah, I'm excited. I genuinely am excited, man. Shout out to Jameis. I'll give Jameis his flowers, though. Shout out to Jameis Winston. Because I dropped a tweet before we played the Lions. And I'll be honest, man, it wasn't necessarily just about Jameis Winston. It wasn't about Jameis Winston by himself. But I had bad vibes. I had bad vibes that day because it felt like we were playing a team that we had no chance to beat, right? And obviously we should probably still should have won that game. Still should have won that game, but here we are. And yeah, I said, man, today gives me vibes when Mike Glennon was starting for the Giants. Sad. That was at 9:02 a.m. November 23rd, 9:02 a.m. I just felt the vibes were not great. The vibes were not great that morning, but Jameis Winston stepped in and gave us way better of a game than we expected. We had the chance to win that game. We should have won that game. But we could say that about a lot of matchups that we had. Should have, could have, would have. The Lions end up being one of the matchups, and we lose in overtime. But shout out to Jameis. He did his thing, and that's what he's supposed to do, right? If Dart is not ready to go, step in, make the game, at least some type of game, and give the Giants a chance to win. That's what Jameis is. I think we have one of the best backups in the league. One of the best backup quarterbacks in the league. That's a good trench coat. It is. It is. Shout out to JD6, man. That's a good trench coat that my boy got going on. It's a good trench coat. Now, right, what was one of the main reasons why? The main reason why I wanted to go to this game. Once again, I already talked about it. I'm from the area, so going back, I got a place to stay, got family out there. Would have been dope to see them play the Patriots. But also the big piece is, I think, Drake May and Jackson Dart, just that in itself is good for this game. I think it is. I don't know about you guys, man, but I genuinely thought Drake May was going to be our quarterback. I thought the Giants were going to pull off some type of move to get Drake May in the building one way or another. The Patriots didn't want to trade back, which is fine. I understand. And we see what Drake May is. He looks like one of the best quarterbacks from that class. We know that quarterback class is pretty stacked from last year. But he looks like one of the best quarterbacks in that class, and the rest could be history. In year 2, here they are at 10-2, 9-2. Here they are at 9-2, man. So we can only hope, right? At the end of the day, Drake May didn't have a good starting record his first season in the NFL. He also started off the year on the bench. They started off with Jacoby Brissett. He started the year on the bench, similar to Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart looks like, right, his head coach got fired. The same way Drake May's head coach got fired. Bring in another coach, bring in some new coaches. Maybe you get a Drake May-ish season out of Jackson Dart next year. A lot of parallels, man. A lot of parallels. What's your opinion on Joe Shane? I feel like he should be gone. Yeah, Joe Shane should have been gone. Joe Shane should have been gone / should be gone. I don't think Joe Shane should definitely be employed by the New York Giants by next year. Now, if you ask me, what will it be? I think Joe Shane's probably back. From everything that we're hearing, everything that we're seeing, seems like Joe Shane's going to be back. But if it's up to me, Joe Shane would have been gone. I just prefer to bring in a whole new regime. But hey, can only hope that the Giants at the end of the day find the best coach that they can. Or not bump that, not the best coach that they can. They find the best coach, period. I hope the Giants find the best coach, period. And at the end of the day, we have to realize that bringing back Joe Shane does limit that. Bringing back Joe Shane does limit, what kind of coach we can bring in. I don't think every coach is going to want to line up to be with the GM that's probably on the hot seat-ish. I don't think everyone's going to want to sign up to be that. Once again, man, like the stream if you haven't already. Drop a chat in the chat. We're here to talk about the Giants, Patriots. Get the vibes going ahead of Monday Night Football, man. Listen, we're 2-10. We're 2-10. What do we have to lose? What do we have to lose, man? We're 2-10. Like the stream. It's free. It's literally free. It doesn't cost you anything. Like the stream if you haven't already. We'll talk on point score predictions at the end. But I do expect, they said that the Patriots haven't given up 20 more points this season, apparently. We're going to check that stat real quick. Or maybe they've only done it once or twice, I believe it was. Let's check it. Patriots. All right, so dating since the season started, they haven't given up more than 20 points. They've only done it three times. Okay, no, a couple of times. What the heck was that stat that NFL threw out? Maybe in every win they haven't given up more. No, that's also not true. Yeah, I don't know. The season high they gave up this season was 27 points. They gave up 27 to the Miami Dolphins, and who would have thought Miami Dolphins in game 2? But 27 points is the max they gave up. There's a good chance the Giants eclipse that. I genuinely think so. There's a good chance the Giants eclipse that, man. The Giants offense has been on a heater. The Giants offense has been on a heater these last couple of games. Mike Kafka's been cooking, and I expect him to cook again. I do expect him to cook again. When you look at the games the Giants have had, 27 points last week, 20 points against the Packers, 20 points against the Bears, 24 against the 49ers, 20 against the Eagles, 32 against the Broncos, 34 against the Eagles. Ever since Jackson Dart stepped into the helm, man, they haven't scored less than 20 points. Something got to give as far as that stat, but at least the offense is figured out. The offense is figured out. The vibe should be a lot better, man. The vibe should be a lot better. What's everyone in the chat right now? Type it up in the chat, man. What is your what to watch for tonight's game? What is one thing you're looking out for in this game? Give me one thing you're looking out for in this game. Nelson saying we need to get this hire correctly heading into 2026. We can't make any mistakes. Can't afford it, man. Can't afford it. And I'd be very upset after having the quarterback that I feel like we have and bringing in the wrong guy that doesn't do what he needs to do for Jackson Dart. That would be pretty annoying if that happens. So we definitely do need to get it. Is anyone expecting a different type of offense with Mike Kafka? I put my chair way too high. Is anyone expecting a different type of offense with Mike Kafka and Jackson Dart? This is Mike Kafka's first game as a head coach with Jackson Dart at the helm. So I am kind of, looking forward to that. I was excited to see that against the Lions. We didn't get to see it last week, but so I am excited to see that this week. Definitely the scheme on defense. That's important. That is. I mean, don't blow a lead, right? If the Giants have a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, that's what I'm watching for. Are they going to be able to hold it down? They haven't held it down all season. Only two matchups, and those are two matchups the Giants won, where the defense clamped up and did their part. Thought this defense would at least will us to a couple different wins, but we stand corrected at 2-10, man. But if you think about it with the matchup today, once again, left side of the offensive line for the Patriots is going to be a struggle. Abdul Carter, please. There's a game. There is a game to do it. Please, Abdul Carter, today, Monday Night Football, get your first sack, man. Get your first sack. Hopefully, Abdul can take that donut off the board, man. Get your first sack in Week 12, I believe it is, against the New England Patriots. The left tackle is a backup. The left guard is a backup. Dexter Lawrence is playing. Kayvon Thibodeau's out, so that means more snaps for Abdul. Please get to Drake May today. Brian Burns, we can expect a sack out of Brian Burns every week. I don't think he got to him last week, but we can expect a sack out of Brian Burns every week. But please, Abdul Carter, let's get the donut out of that stat, man. Let's get the donut out of that stack. Shout out to my guy, Vocal Vite, in the chat, man. Appreciate you for tapping in, bro. Appreciate you for tapping in. We're gonna face y'all in a couple weeks, man. We got the Vikings on our schedule, and at this rate, this is probably one of the last hardest games that the Giants have to play. This probably is. I might be undermining the Vikings a little bit, but yeah, Vike, we gotta talk. Yeah, we'll definitely be chatting in a couple of weeks, man. Shout out to my guy, Vocal Vike. Subscribe. Kafka was the OC, so I don't expect much change. I like the play calling from Kafka this year. Defense is a big question. Kafka was the OC. I just do wonder if there's a little little different intricacies that we'll see, man. Maybe Dayball wanted it one certain way and we haven't got it. Volkovic said the toilet bowl. That is what it's going to be. At the end of the day, I do think our offense is rolling a bit, but this defense is just as bad as what we saw out of Brosmer. You know, so maybe Brosmer will be the guy. I don't know. Vikings got some sticky situation going on over there, man. So do the Giants, though. And best believe tomorrow, guys, tomorrow, we got Hard Knocks dropping tomorrow. It's going to be centered around the NFC East if you haven't seen that. So the Giants are going to be sharing some screen time with the other guys in the division, and you could see some noteworthy things to talk about. I'm definitely going to be dropping my reactions to that episode tomorrow. So stay tuned for that tomorrow night. Could see a few changes just based on trick plays last week. Hey, they let it out the bag last week. I don't know what else they can really do. But you're right, they really could do it. Keeping an eye on the fourth quarter in case we have the lead. And we need to open the scoring with the touchdown. I agree, Nelson. I agree with you, Nelson. Fourth quarter, double-digit lead, man. Double-digit lead is what I'm watching out for. If the Giants hold one at 1 point, double-digit lead, will this defense do what they need to do and close out the game? Going to drop another tweet I dropped on Sunday. Follow me on Twitter if you haven't already, by the way. The Juke __. 10-point lead in the fourth. What can go wrong? We had a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter when I dropped this. 10-point lead in the fourth. What can go wrong and what could go wrong did go wrong. The Giants ended up losing the game. So that's what I'm watching for, man. Defense, if you have a lead in the fourth quarter, let's close out the game, man. Let's close out the game. Let's get this game over with. You got a backup offensive lineman in the line. The defensive line was supposed to be the most dominant in the league. We have the bottom of the barrel type of defense in this league. Let's make that happen. Let's make that happen. Scrolling the Twitter timeline. Shout out to Mike Kafka. Mike Kafka pulling up. As it won't load. He's on that type of timing. He's on that type of timing. Hold on. He gave a look. Yep. It's about that time. Kafka gonna try to cook up, man. For everyone in the chat right now, what do you think from 1 to 10? How likely do you think that Kafka's back at head coach? 1 to 10. Him looking at you right in the eyes as he is in this video. Mike Kafka returning as head coach. 1 to 10. What are the odds? 10 being the most likely, 1 being the least likely. What are the odds? I'm going to let you know right now, in my opinion, it's a 3. It's a 3. He's already down 0-3. 0-2, sorry. 0-2 since stepping in as a head coach. Has a tall task ahead of him today. I said he would literally need to win out to try to get this job. Mike Kafka is going to be at I seen some people saying that they want him back as an offensive coordinator. At the end of the day, that's not what it is right now. I don't see that being a thing that a new coach would do, keeping Mike Kafka here. I can see why the Giants might want it, but I don't see a coach doing that. You let the coach bring in who they want to bring in, and even if it's an offensive coordinator right now, right, that turned into a head coach, he's going to be calling the plays. He's not going to leave it to Mike Kafka. Shout out to Mike Kafka in the building showing up. 5:25. The game does start at 8:15. We're doing a little early pregame live stream. Once again, like the stream if you haven't. If you brush your teeth this morning, like the stream. And shout out to Brian Burns. Brian Burns just entered the chat. Brian Burns just entered the building. Feeling green today. And I will say, I just hope my man gets back in the race with sacks. Hope he gets them back, man. Myles Garrett has went insane. Myles Garrett has gone insane. He's probably going to break Michael Strahan's record. But let's see. Shout out to Chuck Knox, man. Oh, wrong one. So shout out to Gridiron Giants. New era. Let's see what it's looking like today, man. Shout out to Gridiron Giants or Chuck Knox Giants and Gridiron Giants. Can you tell I'm tired from this weekend, y'all? How many wins for Mike Kafka to keep his job out of 7 games? That's what I'm saying. Out of the 7, I expected 5. He's already down 2. He would literally have to win every single game moving forward, and I think that's a tall task for him. Starts this week, though. I think he would have to go 5-2 to be seriously considered as the head coach. It's just not likely. It's just not likely. Let's be honest, man. It is just not likely. But a new era begins today. Drop your score predictions in the chat. I'm going to let y'all know right now, man. I think personally the Giants win this game 27-23. 27-23, the Giants get it done. Hopefully the defense can hold their lead. And if not, hopefully the Giants offense blowing them out. Is it likely? Definitely not. Definitely not. But Jackson Dart gives us a chance. And I'm excited to see Jackson Dart Monday Night Football against his defense. I am. Mike Vrabel runs a good defense. They don't have all the players in the world. They don't have all the star-studded players on the defensive side, but they got a couple really nice players. Christian Gonzalez, Milton Williams, I believe, is on that interior. They got some names on that defense, but that unit is playing a lot better. I think Jackson Dart can find a way to get it done. Jackson Dart to get it done 27-23. That's my prediction, man. Keep in mind, tomorrow we do have Hard Knocks dropping. We do have Hard Knocks dropping tomorrow, and we're definitely going to have a reaction to this game tonight. Stay tuned on that piece, and I do think the Giants can get it done today. Like the vibes. I just do. Last week, if you asked me, I didn't run a live stream because I was working, but if you asked me what I was thinking last week with the Lions, I didn't have us being the Lions. Today, I actually do think the Giants can knock off the Patriots. And also, just being transparent, I have no part, right? I got no part in the script. But what better of a script, man? What better of a script? Jackson Dart, back off of concussion protocol. You fire your coach. You fire your defensive coordinator. It's Monday Night Football in Foxborough. Giants, Patriots. The Giants are 2-10. The Patriots are 9-2. The storybook is out there, man. Of course, the Giants are winning today. The Patriots are due for a loss. And who other than their Goliath? We're David and their Goliath, but who other than the New York Giants to come in and ruin it? It's not a huge game for them, right? They definitely need to win it, but it's not huge for them. He's no joke. Christian Gonzalez. Yeah, he's nice. Christian Gonzalez is nice, but luckily we don't have a wide receiver one that we're really worried about. Like, what is Christian Gonzalez going to do? Guard Isaiah Hodgins? Well, shout out to Hodgins, by the way. Shout out to Hodgins, but yeah, you're going to put Christian Gonzalez on Isaiah Hodgins? Like, I'm not fazed by it. Same thing like the Broncos like weeks ago. I wasn't fazed by Pat Surtain because we didn't have Malik Neighbors. So I wasn't worried about sticking Patrick Surtain on Darius Slayton. Just wasn't worried about that, man. So once again, 27-23, Giants get it done today. Make sure you enjoy the game today. Appreciate everyone stepping in the building. Stay tuned for the video to drop on the reaction of this game, as well as Hard Knocks tomorrow. Get HBO Max. Find a way to get HBO Max. Run a free trial. And definitely watch Hard Knocks. We'll be dropping a reaction to it, man. Shout out to everyone in the building. JD6 going to get it done. I will catch you guys on the next one.